right side. Your time now 6:23. You know, when you think of NASA, you may think of rockets, rovers, even astronauts.
But what you may not realize is that NASA is home to the largest group of Earth scientists in the entire world. So let's send it over to meteorologist Tyler Moore this morning, who's talking with one of NASA's chief scientists.
Yeah, guys, this is really interesting. NASA actually has more than 25 satellites in orbit, and they track critical changes all over the globe, from air quality to extreme weather patterns. Joining me today is to celebrate our home planet is NASA Senior Climate Advisor, Dr. Kate Calvin. Good morning, Dr. Calvin. How are you doing?
Good. Thank you for having me.
Awesome. So I got to ask you, this year marks the 53rd celebration of Earth Day. Can you share some of what we're learning about our planet?
So NASA uses the unique vantage point of space to observe our planet. So we can see the atmosphere, land, oceans, and much more. And we've been observing the planet for decades, so we can see what it looks like today and how it's changed over time. And one of the things we know from observations made both from space and on Earth is that climate is changing. 2022 was tied for the 5th warmest on record.
Yeah, and meteorology and climate are very closely related, and we've seen, some pretty extraordinary weather over the winter. We tracked some of the extreme snowfall out in California. How are these weather patterns and the bizarre weather that's going on informing our thinking of climate change?
Yeah, we are seeing extreme events everywhere, from atmospheric rivers in California to flooding in Florida. And one of the things as scientists we do is try to understand what's driving those changes. And we know that climate change is increasing the intensity and in some cases the frequency of extreme events. And things like extreme wet and extreme dry events are closely linked to climate change.
And what about here locally? We're here in the Tampa Bay area. There's a lot of oceans and waterways around our area. How is that impacting sea level rise and hurricanes?
Yeah, we are seeing an acceleration of sea level rise. And one of the things we can observe from space is both total sea level as well as some of the contributions to it. So we can look at the changes in the massive ice sheets, and the melting of some of our ice sheets is adding more water into the oceans, increasing sea level. And even a small amount of sea level rise can lead to more coastal erosion, storm surge, and flooding events.
And what's next for NASA in terms of tracking Earth's climate change?
Yeah, we have several missions. We launched a satellite in December called SWOT, or the Surface Water and Ocean Topography mission, that'll give us the first global survey of water running through rivers and lakes, as well as more information about ocean circulation. And we have an upcoming mission called Tropics that'll help us better understand hurricanes.
Dr. Calvin, thank you so much for waking up early with us this morning. For people watching, how can they celebrate Earth Day and get involved and learn more information?
Yeah, please, on our website, nasa.gov/earth, there's lots more information.